Imagine for a moment, dear friends, that you are consciousness and that you have only this one awareness, that you are at peace and that you are.
One by one, we become aware of the womb, our Creator embracing us with love so great that it birthed us into being. We look about and begin to see one another. So many of us, each shining in our own uniqueness, each adding our own note to the song of all existence. Oh, we are so beautiful. After a while, we hear our Creator, Abba, calling, "Children, come. I have something to show you." This, my children, is my all. I gift it to you. Go forth and multiply our joy. We pass into the living, loving darkness of the all. How long we have been playing in the all, we do not know. But we find ourselves coming to a beautiful essence, so vast it seems to stretch across the entirety of the all, even though we know this is not so. In groups, small and large, others singularly, we explore the gift, obviously laid before us by our Abba, each exploring in our own way, according to the uniqueness gifted to us at our birth. Every space, every movement, every nuance offers a journey of unfoldment unto itself. When we are complete with this gift, we fold ourselves back into the living all, which ever offers us its own depths to explore. Some decide after a while to go off to discover in their own ways, yet we know we are ever one. Soon we come upon another gift, and as before, we journey deep into its mysteries. It is becoming clear to us that Abba is manifesting himself to us in these ways in order that we can discover more about him, about one another, and about ourselves. Again, when we are complete with this experience, we gather in the all to share our discoveries, and in sharing, we see how our joy grows. It is wondrous. Then, as we are delighting in yet another gift, we become aware in the center of our being how each experience has interwoven with the last and with the one before it. And we are beginning to understand how we are indeed, as Abba encouraged us, multiplying our joy. With the next gift, we discover that we can express some of our consciousness into it and yet remain outside it. and still receive its blessings. We are experiencing ourselves experiencing. We are so excited about this discovery that we reach out to share it with our brethren who are exploring the all. And wonder of wonders, we feel them receive and know our discovery. And then they share with us theirs. And in a miracle of oneness, we know it all together, even though we are scattered across the all. And we realize we are actually creating. We decide to rest into our new knowing in celebration of our journey, celebrating ourselves, creation, and the Creator of it all. And peace steals all throughout us. It is the peace we knew at the moment of our birth. We reach out to Abba and feel Abba reaching for us. And when we look back upon our journeys, we see that He has always been with us and ever shall be. He comes into our midst, and we are home again. He tells us, I am ever here to love you again and again. I am also ever with you as you explore the magnificence of yourselves and one another. And I am here. Come with me to where I am ever expanding my word, finding ways to delight you in your discoveries. We follow Him. And now stand in awe before His majesty. We know it to be pure potential unfolding. We realize then, even with our long journeying of discovery thus far, we have only just begun. We're still reverberating with this knowing when Abba invites us to follow Him again. He tells us, while you have been discovering yourselves and creating in the potentials of utter freedom, brothers and sisters of yours here are discovering themselves through binding freedom up in illusion. As we try to understand what He is inviting us to know, we look about for our brethren. At first we cannot find them, and then we see it there, suspended in the darkness. Could it be? Is Abba telling us that they are inside this tiny speck of light? Yes. And you cannot imagine the beauty they have created unless you see it for yourselves. They have created suffering, believing it will help them call forth and more fully understand the power and light within them. And they have created a form of beauty which helps soothe the suffering while wondrously reminding them of my presence. And yet, in order to sustain this entire illusion, they established the mandate that to dwell here, one must leave their knowing of me, of us, even of their beautiful inner light behind, outside this intent. So the journey they create, against incredible odds, is to remember. and come to know themselves and love itself to be far greater than any limitation. But Abba, how is it possible to create separation and requirements and dwell in them when all is one and free? We cannot fathom this. And Abba tells us, because you cannot fathom a thing doesn't make it not so for those who believe it. I have given you all the power of free will. They have taken it and created this illusion to be their reality, intending that awakening from it will gain them the glory they seek, just as you seek yours here. As you did previously with one of my gifts, without having to consent to their limitations, you can reach into their creation with your consciousness and see for yourselves the potential wonders that await them in their illusion. So, in wonder at our brothers and sisters' ability to confine themselves in this tiny speck of light, we reach into it with our consciousness to know it. The first of their creations we come to is a veil-like substance, an intent to separate the all and truth from their world of illusion. Below the veil is one exquisite realm after another, each separated by its own veil. There are major realms, sub-realms and dimensions, sub-sub-realms and more dimensions, on and on, various congregations separated according to certain agreements they wish to explore. Through the power of their group belief, they have managed to create the illusion of a vastness akin to the all, yet within a structure infinitesimal compared to our Abba's ever-expanding word. Impossible, yet we are experiencing it. Every one of these structures contains a creation they call infinity, designed to mirror the eternal all. But unlike the all, infinities have what they have created to be beginnings and endings. A creation we now see as integral throughout the illusion. To understand more about beginnings and endings, we feel drawn to one of their congregations in the third realm, and deep within it, to the sub-realm called Earth. We hover about it, nearly mesmerized by its complexities. We see that just as they dwell within that speck of light, within the third realm, within the sub-realm called Earth, they dwell yet inside another intricately structured realm, which they call their body. We witness their journeys of beginnings to endings, the glory and wonder, and joy and beauty. But they have also created other elements: defeat, illness, pain, agony. And the ending thing. They believe everything has endings, so they do all they can in order that their bodies survive, because they believe they are their bodies. Yet, when the body succumbs, whether soon after its creation or later, their light doesn't succumb, but emerges from the body into a sort of resting place. Here, Abba reveals himself to them along with others of light from outside the illusion, to show them a path to freedom from repetition and pain. But in this period of emergence, many focus more strongly on their just previous life than on Abba or the beings of light. And looking back on their life, they often say, "If I had only known." And then, rather than freedom, they often choose to go back to try again, sometimes many, many lifetimes. They spend their life trying to succeed, searching, pining for something, someone, loving, losing, healing, learning. Mired in the power of their will, the same will that originally chose to forget, their learning mind augurs them deeper into the illusion, seeking to learn and understand from within the illusion truth, which can never be grasped because truth is freeborn. In their original intent, they were programmed to not remember what they would be searching for. So their auguring continues into finding just the right belief system, modality, technique, when what they really truly want is no need for it. Freed to where nothing is errant or wrong or missing, but whole and ever expanding in mystery and grandeur. Only when the illusion is released of the need to learn can there be the reuniting with all that knows. Only when the illusion of imperfection is freed will the truth of oneness be restored in all that is. When they're in that place of rest, of emergence, even with those from outside the illusion helping them see they can choose freedom, the creation is designed to lure them to progress to the next realm, designed to have them believe they need to keep seeking. If they don't choose to return to their previous realm of agreement, rather than freedom, they will almost always choose the next realm, each more beautiful than the previous, forgetting that this is but a tiny speck in the all awaiting them. We realize that Abba has come into our midst. He embraces us, and we feel his embrace of this illusion equal to the all. Our peace is restored. He fills us with compassion and love for their journey as he explains. Upon departure from their realms, some do reclaim their unlimited self. But it was known by beautiful brethren of yours long, long ago that most here would become so captivated by the illusion so as to have their original intent and path obscured, and would require assistance to be set free from progressive journeys in realm after realm. A plan was devised that would require eons in order that it could eventually be presented in a way so as not to infringe on their free will choice of the illusion, but simply offer an opportunity. A light will come and reveal to each what has been for most long forgotten, the whole magnificent truth of their being, as it was first born, ever free. This is called the promise. the way will be opened, that they can then choose to depart their creation or continue their journey of progression within it. Either way, they will one day choose freedom. And either way, I am always with them, as I am always with you. We have withdrawn our consciousness from the illusion, but not our love. While we will continue creating with our brethren across the living all, deepening our wonder in the joy of freedom, a part of our beingness will remain here with these brethren. And whenever they each or all awaken from their illusion, we will rush home with them to the embrace, where they can tell Abba and all of us about their wondrous journeys, and we will share with them ours. And before we go off to explore anew, Abba and we will sing the song of life, every wondrous, irreplaceable soul note, restored to the ever-changing symphony of endlessness.